So I try and maximise the use of my space in the polytunnel, and what I want to show you today is how I grow cut and come again crops. I do this with lettuce, and I also do it with rocket here. And I've just taken a little, about a metre in length, a line where there's some spare soil. I've got the tomatoes on my left and some trays of seedlings of flowers that will be planted out in the garden later on. But what's critical now with this rocket is that it gets weeded and it gets thinned out. And you must do this at this point when it's small, because otherwise when it gets big and you start to cut it, you'll find that the weeds have grown up really quickly. It is warm in the tunnel, everything grows so fast, you turn your back and it's suddenly huge. So thinning out and a quick weed. And I just do that with my hand with weeding. You could use a hoe quite simply, but it's just easy to scrape the weeds away. They can be left on the surface, the sun and the heat will burn the roots off. And then every now and then I'm lifting out the odd rocket seedling. They're fine if they're congested, it's okay, you won't run into problems with that. But if you can give them a bit more room, you get a stronger plant, a bolder plant, a plant that will produce more leaves, rather than if they're so tightly grouped, they'll come up and they'll have a tendency to run to seed quickly. So I'm thinning out, doing a bit of weeding, and when I've done that, I'll water the row with a fine watering can, because by thinning out, I would have created some root disturbance. And that's not great, so they need to be settled back down with a quick water. A couple of weeks I'll be harvesting.